Hey, 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 beautiful people. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. How are you all? Listen, come on in. It's your girl, Coach TaShon, your marriage communication coach. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day on this sunny day. It is the sun is shining bright and it is hot here in the GA. How is the weather where you are? Out to my Cali folks, I hope that you all are safe. I saw that you all had an earthquake today, so please be careful. Please be careful, and so forth. And I think there are other storms across the states or whatnot. So just be careful, okay? And yeah. But come on in, you guys. I'm not going to hold you long. It is Monday. This is the second week of our 31-day journey to bridging the communication gap. Again, I am your girl, Coach TaShon, your marriage communication coach, here to support you in bridging the communication gap in your marriage 7 years plus. And this week we are discussing techniques for managing conflicts, such as cooling down techniques, avoid blame, finding common ground, managing emotional triggers, and the role of forgiveness and recognizing conflict resolution styles to help resolve excuse me, conflict faster. So these are simple, attainable steps to bridging the communication gap. But remember, you have to practice these daily. So that's why I suggest that you get a notebook, a little journal, as I shared with you all before, a simple journal. This one is an online journal. You can get one at the dollar store, anywhere. Just get a journal so you can take notes. Okay? That's what you want to do because again, you have to practice these daily to achieve the outcome you desire for your marriage. All right. So tonight we're talking about managing conflict and how to cool down. How to cool down. Sometimes we need to calm down. I have been there, done that when you're so ready for the conversation and you have all of this stuff that you want to get out, right? You want to get out. You want to just, you're not even thinking about listening to your spouse, right? But it comes when you have to learn how to cool down during a discussion so that you can hear, so you can actively listen, so that you can be attentive to the full conversation and not be ready to respond, right? So, do you have a strategy? How do you calm down? If you don't, well, let me share 5 ways to calm down, to get you to cool down before your chat with your spouse. You ready? All right. So get your notes, your pen, your pencil, your notepad, all of that. And let's get ready to take down these notes. All right. So here are 5 cool down strategies for managing conflict in your marriage. Number 1, you want to pause for perspective. What does that mean? Before responding, what I was just saying, before responding, take a deep breath and step back mentally. Give yourself a moment to see the bigger picture and understand where your partner might be coming from. Yeah, listen. For those who are saying like, oh, that stuff don't work. Yes, it does. It works. It works. It ain't nothing TV-ish about it. It works. Okay. What you're going to do, you're going to take that step back. You're going to breathe. You're going to inhale and exhale. Believe it or not, it clears the mental. It gives you some stability to start thinking clearly before responding. Because again, we're so ready to respond, right? We want to respond. We don't even want to take the time to really hear. So when you step back, you can step back in the physical and you can step back in the mental. And what you're going to do, you're going to breathe. You're not going to do it sarcastically. You know how we can do. Sometimes we can do things a little sarcastically, like, whatever. No, you're going to seriously take a deep breath. You're going to inhale and you're going to exhale, and you're going to really understand, think about what your partner just brought to the table to you to discuss, right? You're not going to think about your response. You're going to actively listen to your spouse. And you're going to take you, and that way you'll be able to think clearly about what is said. So you're going to do that pause for perspective. Okay? That pause for perspective. Number 2, do a silent timeout or a code word. Remember, I talk about these code words. I am big on the code word, right? Agree on a code word or a silent timeout signal that either of you can use when things get too heated. This nonverbal cue allows you to both cool off without escalating the situation. Now, you may not need a code word. That's awesome. You may not need it. But if you are having communication challenges, and if this is one of those areas where you know for a fact that your temperature rise, right? You don't really understand conflict. These are some techniques. These are strategies to help you to cool down. Okay? Use a code word. It can be ice cream. It can be mashed potatoes. It can be time out. All you're saying to your partner is, listen, I just need to step back a little bit. Let's step back from this conversation and let's find another time to revisit the conversation. It's okay, people. It's okay to revisit the conversation. It's okay to not have that conversation right then and there. You know, if there's an urgent conversation, that's different. But if there's a conversation that you need to have and you're not ready to have that conversation, it's okay to step back. It's okay to say, hey, I'm not really ready for that conversation right now. Can we revisit? I need a timeout. Or like I say, use your code word, ice cream, ice chips, something to let you know it's time to step back. Let me cool down before we continue this conversation. Okay, so that's number 2. Timeout, silent timeout, a code word. Number 3, walk and talk. Suggest a short walk together. The fresh air and movement can help diffuse tension, making it easier to communicate calmly. Exercising is always good, right? And it would take the tension. It would literally take your focus off the tension because you're literally walking it out. You know the song, walk it out. You're walking it out, right? So that's what you're going to do when you feel like the conversation is escalating. When you feel like, okay, this is getting a little too heated. Let's go for a walk, boo. Let's walk and talk this thing out. Okay? Go out. You'll be surprised what the sunshine, what the weather will do for you. Even if it's on a cool, crisp, afternoon or evening or whatnot, take that walk. Take that walk and talk it out. I guarantee you're going to see a difference. Okay? Number 4, gratitude shift. Gratitude shift, what does that mean? When emotions run high, you're going to pause the argument and this is the kind of tricky part. You're going to pause, right? And you're going to share one thing you're grateful for in your partner. Yes, in the middle of your argument, you're going to one of you will step back. You're going to shift that tension. You're going to make it easier for the focus because, again, it shifts the focus from conflict. Catch this, from conflict to connection. From conflict to connection. How cool is that? You didn't even really think about that, right? That's why I have my lesson plans for you. I told you I be thinking about stuff. Y'all be thinking about stuff because you really don't think. How many of us really stop in the middle of an argument and we say, you know what? I am so grateful to have you in my life. I am so grateful for the things that you do for our relationship. I am so grateful for the things that you do around our home, for our family. When is the last time you actually stopped in the middle of your argument and gave a gratitude moment? I bet you half of us haven't done that. Because we don't think about that. That literally diffuses the conflict. And instead of you growing apart, guess what's going to happen? You're going to grow together. You're going to make that connection. So now you're easing the conflict, and now you're saying, you know what? Even grabbing each other's hands during that argument. Now you're saying, oh, wait a minute. Okay, this is not as tense as I thought it would be. Let's find that solution. That is a solution. Okay? So, gratitude shift that. Okay? Number 5, agree to disagree. How many times have I told y'all that it's okay if you and your partner do not agree with each other? Trust me, sometimes it's okay not to agree. Acknowledge that you both see things differently, okay? And table the discussion for later. Just put it on the table for later, all right? Focus on the love and respect for each other that you share. Prime example, with politics, the political season that's happening, you know, you may have different views on the policies that are being brought forth, right? Even on the candidates. It is okay if you disagree with each other. Do not allow these distractions to come into your space with you and your spouse and divide you. Because let me tell you, those type of distractions, they are in place. And if you don't have your communication together with your spouse, it can divide you. Unfortunately, it can, but it should not. Don't let these outside distractions divide you in your home and your spouse. Okay? So agree to disagree. Just say, hey, boo, you know what? I can kind of understand your point, but I'm not agreeing with that. I can't agree with that. And be done. Be done. Don't keep it going. Don't try to get an argument out of it because it's not worth it. Yep, I said it. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. The distractions that are happening now, it's not worth your marriage. It's not worth it. So agree to disagree. And if your partner doesn't, it's okay for them to think differently from you. Somewhere y'all are still on the same page. You're married. You've been married for 7 years plus, right? You're still on the same page. You just don't agree with something. And it's okay. That's it. It's okay. It's really okay. All right. Y'all. Look, y'all, I got all these devices up. Listen. So again, here's your next step. Okay? You're going to share your favorite way to cool down after a conflict, and then you both will create a cool down routine together. Okay? You're going to create that action plan on how to cool down together because, again, you're a team. This is for both of you, right? So you're going to share your favorite way to cool down. And if you don't have a favorite way, this is the perfect time to do it. Now, again, when do I want you to do this? Today, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, not for your next argument. No, you're going to create one today so that you will have it in place just in case you come across a conflict and that you're unable to resolve right there. Okay? So make sure you do it today. And remember, in order to bridge the communication gap, you guys, you have to practice and be willing to do the work. All right? Even if your spouse is not on board just yet, you continue to do it. You as the spouse, you continue to show and lead by example. Okay? And listen, if you are ready to take the next step in bridging the communication gap in your marriage, go ahead and connect with me. I have a fantastic offer for TLC coaching. $777, you guys. $777. You cannot beat that. You cannot beat that. You want to go ahead and grab that package for 7 amazing sessions. You also get this dynamic, the TLC Dream Board Experience workshop that goes along with it, right? It is amazing, amazing. And listen, just because when you sign up with this with me, guess what? You have me. That means I'm going to walk this journey with you. I'm going to be here on this communication journey with you. So I'm not going to leave you hanging. I won't. Okay. So go ahead, connect with me at IamTrinetteLCollier.com. The link is in the description if you are ready to go ahead and book that session. And if you're still like unsure and you're like, oh, I'm not sure, go ahead and book that discovery call. And let's see, let's kind of chat. Let's have a mini chat. But if you absolutely know for a fact that you are ready, go ahead and click that link and let's get you connected to the TLC coaching package. Okay? $777. You can't beat that, y'all. You cannot beat that. I'm trying to tell you, you can't beat that. All right? So listen, do your next step for tonight, not tomorrow, but tonight. And I want you to come back on this post and I want you to share with me, not your intimate details. Okay, not the intimate details, but I want you to share with me. How was it? What did you like about it? Was it challenging? What, talk to me. Let me know. But I tell you what, it's going to work. I know it is. I know. So these are actionable steps, meaning you can do it now. It's nothing hard to cool down. Okay. So until tomorrow, join me tomorrow for Talk It Out Tuesday. We're going to continue this chat on managing our conflict resolution in our marriage. Okay. All right, you guys. So go ahead and enjoy this afternoon. Enjoy the sun, the weather, all of that. All of that. Okay. So I will see you all tomorrow. I love you. Peace.